Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening to Dr. Fauziah Zainuddin. We are from Group 4, Survive Group, going to present about our BCS 1033 Software Engineering Project Report. Before we begin to present our slide, let me introduce our team members. First, myself, Ahmad Isyraf, as a project manager, Muhammad Fahmin as system analyst, Noor Faridatul Najwa as a programmer, Noor Khairunnisa as system designer, Muhamad Nirob as a tester. So our chosen case study is AirAsia Food. AirAsia Food is a famous platform that provides customers with a wide range of food and beverage from a variety of cuisine accessible around Malaysia. People tend to buy Chinese, Italian, Indonesian, and even Thai food in this website. So here is two main interfaces on AirAsia Food website. As we can see on these two interfaces, they highlight the product they want to show to the customer. The next topic is about brief introduction of the website. First is the objective of the portal. The objective of the portal is to satisfy and meet the ever-changing lifestyle demands of e-commerce food, while also supporting local merchants and riders around Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. Info services can be found on the website transaction processing system. It allows transaction among each user, which is food merchant, customer, and rider. This includes currency based on each four countries, which are Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and Thailand. And then expectation from the portal. The portal was expected to have international coverage, secure food delivery, nice client service, and competitive valuation, which suggests website can provide competitive pricing. Last but not least is expectation of software engineering involvement in the portal. The computer code engineering portal is basically vital for development as a result of what we have a tendency to see during this generation.
Next is similar website as AirAsia Food. This is Hello Food website. This website is very similar to AirAsia Food because they are using same color theme, like red color theme. So Hello Delivery Food is involved in the food and beverage industry, same as AirAsia. And then Hello Delivery Food has good functionality in food service, such as location, tracking, and another else.
Hi, my name is Najwa, Binti Shamsul Kamal as a programmer. So I want to explain about the challenges and issues of AirAsia Food website development. The first challenges is heterogeneity. So it is very hard for software engineers to create a software that is dependable enough to be run in different types of device, such as mobile, computers, tablets, and so on, that is across networks. Okay, so the issues is confidentiality. Confidentiality is issues that software engineer must respect. They must respect the client's privacy, such as customers' information like phone numbers, credit card numbers. Supposedly, they have to restrict the information and not using the information for other purpose.
Software process model that I suggested to be adopted to the chosen case study is incremental development model. Incremental development model is the most common approach for the development of software product like AirAsia Food. During software development, an organization don't need a big team in order to complete all software requirements because software is developed incrementally and it is easier to add any changes to the software. From user factor, early increment of the system must be included. Most important functionality that has been exposed to the user environment. Based from that, user can use and evaluate the system to see it delivers and what is required. Furthermore, AirAsia is a big leading company in Asia Pacific. AirAsia is a company that focuses on resources factors that may lead to financial stability. In this case, incremental development is the best approach because of the cost of any requirement changes is reduced. The amount of analysis and documentation that had to be redone is significantly less than other process models such as waterfall. Last but not least, customer can experience the software during demonstration of the software and see how much has been implemented.
For this case study, I have used incremental development process model. This is because incremental development process has many advantages. First advantage is large team capacity, and then high resources factor. After that, this model is less costly compared to others model. And for the last, the software will be generated quickly during the software life cycle.
In my opinion, I choose incremental model as software process model for this project. This is because they have large team capacity, which is involve many stakeholders, and new stakeholders may be involved later too. So there will be many disagreements or conflicts among the stakeholders that will require changes in the requirements. And then second factor is what it has a wide range of users because this AirAsia food website is used by 3 countries. So many customers or many users will give many feedback, and many feedback will require many changes in the requirements too. The third is the faster outcomes. We can get the faster outcomes by using the incremental model because by using the incremental model, we can divide the modules in the website into several modules and it can be completed simultaneously at one time. So we can get faster feedback from the customers. Yes, it is true that incremental model may require more time and many later on the maintenance as the new increments may be added again and again, right? But the high resources factors by the AirAsia team will settle this problem as they have huge team, they have high budget, so it will not be a problem.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Noor Khairunnisa Binti Kamaruddin and my number is CA211030. I will explain about the software process model. Our team decided to use the incremental development because this development is a requirement that is divided into multiple standalone modules. The incremental models is team capacity when the software team is not very well skilled or trained, and if the software team has a problem, it can make the change. Secondly is the user factor because the client can provide feedback to developer on how the system works and allow user to contribute to the system functionality. Besides that, in the requirement phase, the resource factor. At this phase, when information and feedback from customer are obtained during this phase, development work can be completed quickly. Lastly, my observation is on expected outcome. They anticipate faster delivery and deployment of useful software to the customer so that it improves. And this phase must complete all client requests.
So in software process model, I suggest incremental model because incremental model it is a flexible and less expensive. And second reason is a customer can resolve to each building because the progressive development model consists of 4 generic technique activities and couple of methods. And activities are typical divided in activities throughout this case study process activities. The process development model is specification that event that will specific the design. And last reason is and implementation, verification, validation, and evaluation. That's why I suggest incremental model. Thank you.
Based on case study that chosen, there are few approaches that can be used to collect requirements in developing website. To begin with, interviewing is the best method for gathering information. Interview with system stakeholders are part of most requirement engineering process. Interviews are useful for gaining a broad picture of they currently face. During interviews, requirements are acquired by asking stakeholders questions about the system that they're currently using and the system that will be developed. Other than that, Use case is one of the best method to collect informed requirement. Use case are a graphical model and structured text-based method of expressing a situation in which a actor interact with a system. However, use cases are most useful in determining the requirement and also extremely valuable since the stakeholder of the application can easily understand them. Therefore, to help eliminate misunderstanding about the scope and functionality,
There are two requirement elicitation technique. First technique is interview. The advantage of interview technique is easily get information from stakeholder and also fast respond with interviewer and stakeholder. The second technique is use case technique. This is because it helps to understand the requirement of the system, and also it is a sequence of steps that describe the interaction between user and system.
Okay, so for the requirement elicitation technique, I choose two techniques, which is interviews and use cases. So for the interviews, I choose it because this website involves many stakeholders that require many requirements too. So by using interviews method, the system analyst can analyze the verbal or non-verbal messages from them by asking a lot of questions, either it is formal or informal question, and then they can gain a broad understanding from it. Second, the use case, because use case can manage module complexity. As we can see in AirAsia food website, it have a lot of module, which is transaction module, logging module, and so on. So we can understand the clear communication between the module itself and the clear communication between the entity and the use case itself. And we can understand easily because it use natural language.
I will propose two requirement elicitation technique and justification on AirAsia food delivery system. Firstly, I choose the interview technique because it is used to build a strong relationship between business analysis and stakeholder. Other than that, developer can use open-end question. It will provide detailed information to stakeholder. For example, a developer can interview and ask a few questions about the system, such as interface design and filters in the system. Secondly, I choose the use case because software and system engineering terms explain in detail how a use case a system to accomplish a specific goal and solve any error. However, the use case diagram is used to represent the dynamic behavior of a system and encapsulate the system functionalities such as use case, actor, and their relationship. Furthermore, between actor and subsystem, the use case can be related to AirAsia food. For example, actor as a customer can make a payment and they must fill in all the data information that information will store in the database system. After that, AirAsia food rider will receive the information customer.
I choose two requirements for our case study. One functional requirement, second non-functional requirement. Functional requirement: users out to be browser food names for forwarding purpose. For example, users will browse keyword coding their favorite food, completing browser new foods. And second is non-functional requirement. Non-functional requirement: users out to be able to order the food of their choice.
I will explain the API tools that apply on the AirAsia food website is Authentication API and Payment API. The Authentication API allows third-party website developer to embed social media sign-in into the website such as Google and Facebook. Users don't need to register to the website because the Authentication API provides the user data to the website based on the user's social media account. The reason why AirAsia food choose because it is cost effective. Secondly is Payment API. It able to manage payment efficiently. It makes the payment process for both merchant and customer faster and secure. Other than that, increase convenience for customer by allowing them to choose and use the payment method. Because of that, it is easy to customize and can be integrated with variety web development tools.
During website development, I believe that there are two API that can be applied on AirAsia food website. To begin with, Place Autocomplete API is one of API that can be applied. Place Autocomplete API is a web service that returns place prediction that entered by the user. The service can be used to provide autocomplete functionality for text-based geographic searches by returning places such as business addresses and point of interest of user type. The reason why developers use Place Autocomplete API is because it also helps the user needs for time saving ahead prediction. Furthermore, Map API also can be applied in AirAsia food website. Map API is customized map that can be displayed on web pages. It allows developers to create infographic and visualization. Reason why developer or production use Map API on the website is because users are able to visualize their geographic location. By doing so, the developer can create the functionality using Map API to estimate delivery time to the user location based on short distance.
This is two API can be applied in the website. First is Chat API. Chat API is a collection of programmable building blocks that can be used to provide real-time chat features for in-app chat or for chat on a website. A chat API is differentiate from a messaging API in that Chat API usually provide live instant messaging only, where messaging API may encompass instant messaging in addition to traditional messaging such as SMS and MMS. The second API is Direction API. Direction API is a geolocation service that software developer can use to plot routes between places on a map.
Okay, so I suggest two API suggestions for the AirAsia food website. The first is the YouTube API. YouTube API is used to embed YouTube videos into the website. It will make job easier for the programmer as they don't have to code from the scratch to attach the videos or to make the videos and so on. And indirectly, it will help the digital marketing as users become attracted to the content of the videos, right? And then the recommendation engine API. The recommendation engine API is used to recommend menus based on users' interests. Okay, we can track it from maybe from search button or order history and so on, and it will improve the customer's experience.
The AirAsia food should purpose two APIs, which is Chatbot API and PayPal API. Firstly, the chatbot will automatically reply to assist a customer by automatic conversation, and it can call customer service. This system facilitates it easier for developer and customer to communicate about the platform, especially for customers who are new to AirAsia food delivery system. Secondly is PayPal, which is a company that facilitates payment between parties through online transfer. When a user adds a bank account or credit or debit card to the PayPal system, they can choose which account to debit when making an online payment to order the food.
For case study development, I choose two API, one Map API and two Receipt API. Map API. Map API produce location intelligence for software developers, creating location-based products and service. That's why deliver by easily delivery the food. And second is Receipt API. Receipt API related daily receipts amounts, transaction and transfer fees. That's why the customer collected proved payment in company. Thank you. Now I'm presenting two website compare comments and future enhancements. First, we discuss comments. We choose two website, one AirAsia Food, two Hello Food. In AirAsia Food, type full address to track location. Another website Hello Food, type automatic location tracking using Google Map. And another future enhancement, use QR code and cancel button. If use QR code, self pickup propose, and if use cancel button is customers actions. Thank you.